Check, check, check.
Ba-da-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Check, check, check.
Ba-da-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Check your booty.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-bow.
Ow.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-bow.
Check your booty.
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 All right, we started. What's up, Bean Mafia? Mafia?
Mafia.
Mafia?
Bean Mafia.
Mafia? Yo, what up, y'all? It's going to be all singing this whole episode. We were not going to talk. See? What's up, guys? I'm sorry that this is coming out a little later than usual. I know you still got... look, sometimes stuff happens.
Sometimes stuff happens.
All right? But you got the fucking episode. We did it for you. How are you today, Sam? Samantha Lopez, our guest, guys. Show her some love. Clap her in.
How you doing? Thank you for being here today.
How are you, boo?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm all right. You know, feeling a little sick. Feeling a little... Maybe I got the vid.
I'm tired, but I don't feel like...
I can taste and smell.
I can taste and smell. I have no shortness of breath either.
Have no shortness of breath. I cough, but I always cough. I smoke. I have a weed problem. But yeah, I just feel fucking like, damn, bro, I feel exhausted. Like, couldn't get out of bed. Like, damn, don't want to get out of bed type. Like, I feel fucking
And I didn't want to get out of
exhausted.
bed today either. And normally I'm up.
Yeah, you're always up. You never sleep in. So that's why. But today was a hard one, man. I don't know what was going
I
on.
had a difficult time.
But we're doing this anyway because we fucking love you guys, and you guys work hard, and they deserve an episode, boo. You know what I mean?
They work really hard. And
They're working through COVID, and I don't want you guys and I'm sorry that some of you had to go through your Monday early shift and you didn't have your beans to listen to. But
hopefully-
you got it for tomorrow.
Yeah, you have it for tomorrow. Maybe you didn't have to go back to work on Monday. Maybe go back to work on Tuesday. So hopefully, fingers crossed.
Maybe we just planned ahead, motherfucker.
Maybe we know what's up.
Maybe we know your schedule.
Yeah.
Okay?
We know you better than you know yourself.
Goddamn right we do. But it's been fun. Just so you guys know what day we filmed this. We filmed this literally today, Monday. There's no Monday Night Football tonight. The games were crazy last night. Ravens look like they might make the playoffs. My Titans are in trouble. Well, they got to win. They just got to win next week. That's all. But a lot of
All
things
right,
going
Darren.
on. Darren Bates.
No pressure.
Speaking of the Titans maybe making the playoffs, here's an ad sponsor. Guys, do you like football? Yes, you do. It's playoff time, baby. Woo! But if you like it as much as we do, we want you to do the Bean Trust a little favor, and you go to, because you guys are the Bean Trust, but we're also the Bean Trust. Everybody's a part of the family.
It's a circle.
It's a circle of life. It's a circle of beans. It's a bean circle.
It's a bean circle.
And we want you guys to go to Darren Bates' Instagram page, DarenBates, Darren Bates at WestlandSon_56. That is his handle. And you follow him.
Yeah, follow him. Tell him the bean sent you.
You tell him the beans fucking sent you here.
Yeah.
All right? He's a good guy. He's a good follow. He's fun. He gives away a lot of Titans gear.
He
so
does.
fucking get on that, Bean Mafia. You want some fucking Titan shit. Or maybe you hate the Titans. Get it anyway.
Maybe you're like, I really like to see a father being great with his children. You can also get that from his Instagram.
You can get that too. You can get all the things you want. You listen to his podcast, The Raw Room. Like, subscribe, show it some love. Yeah, man, just show our boy some love. All right, because he shows us way more love than he has to. He's the reason this podcast is still alive.
The reason for the bean season.
It's expensive to have a podcast, guys. I don't know if you know. Not the cheapest thing in the world. It's a lot more investing before you see any return on that.
Yeah, there's some money put into this.
A lot of money put into this. But we do it for you guys. We fucking love you. And that's why we don't charge anything. I want you guys to have free fucking episodes, bonus episodes, all that shit. Could we do a Patreon? Of course we could. Of course we could. But I don't want to. Maybe one day I will. But right now, I fucking just want to give it to you guys for free. Times are hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I need money, but you guys need your money too.
Yeah, the thing is about art.
It's art. It's entertainment.
Is for everyone.
It's for everyone. I want you to have it. I don't want just the people who pay for it to have it.
Yeah.
There will be a time and a place for that.
Yeah, and it's called a show.
It's called a show. Or it's called some other thing that we end up doing, and it's like, oh, I'll charge for this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the podcast, man, people got to get through their fucking day, and they need an hour and a half of a goofy movie, or literally the goofy movie, to get through it.
Or literally goofy.
When we do the goofy movie eventually. Hey, man, that's what we're here for. We're here to fucking get you through, as Chris D'Elia used to say before he was a convicted pedophile. We're here for a silly goose time.
We are here for a silly goose time.
You know? His goose was a little too silly, I guess. But that's none of our business. Actually, I don't fucking know. We actually love Chris D'Elia. But it's fun to make fun of him because, hey, what else are you going to do?
True. What else are you going to do? No one else is talking about it.
No one else talking about it. But that's we fucking, silly goose time. That's what this pod's about, man. So we hope you guys fucking are coming for that as well. Samantha Lee,
Yes.
you ready to hear a movie, bud?
Oh, am I ready to hear a movie?
Is that a yes? You didn't just repeated the question.
I am.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. If you'd have said no, we'd have been in a little bit of a pickle.
If I said no, I would walk right out of here.
Yeah, because I have nothing else. I probably would have just kept singing. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna fucking tell you a movie, bro. That's what I'm gonna goddamn do.
That's what they're here for.
I'm posing for the camera. Want to strike a pose for the camera?
Ooh. If you aren't watching this on YouTube, you're missing some.
Sam's hot, guys. I get if you weren't watching when Baba was here, but she's got a pair of boobies and a butt.
Thank you.
Get on that.
I mean, that's
Watch
not what
it.
I'm advertising, but yeah.
She's not advertising it, but she's got it.
It's hidden under all this somewhere.
So come watch the real thing. You know what I'm saying? And get your money's worth. It's
free. They're not paying any money.
Dude, get your money's worth.
Get
That's what I'm
your
also. I guess that's an
money's
insult to you.
worth.
That's me saying your boobs and butt are free.
Yeah.
But you know what? Do the beans not deserve it?
Well, for you guys, it's free.
I have to pay.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bean Gang, Samantha Lee Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do me a favor, dog?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me what you think happens in the movie that you've never seen that's a fucking classic, an American classic, in what literally the rating on Rotten Tomatoes, Sam, and I don't think we've ever done a movie with this rating, 100%.
I don't even know if I've ever seen a movie with that rating.
100% on Rotten Tomatoes. 100.
Mm-hmm.
Sam, tell me what happens in The Terminator.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, wow.
The Terminator. The OG one.
Okay.
Not the fucking all the other ones.
In
the original.
I mean, from the commercials.
From the commercials? From
From the
1984? That's when the movie came out.
For like when you see TBS being like, we're playing the Terminator today.
Or VH1 was like, in the 80s. And they talk about the Terminator.
It seems as if all of the movies probably have the same plot line. It just, like keeps happening. Like one of those situations.
Like Avengers.
Yeah. It's like, I mean,
it's not like you don't like the Avengers movies, but okay, the hero's gonna have he's gonna start with some cool fighting. Like the movie starts with an action scene, and then like there's a little discrepancy of like power, and then we meet the villain, and then him and the villain meet, and the villain gets the best of him the first time, and then they meet again at the end, and he gets the best of the villain. It's like this. It's always the same.
So my thought process on the Terminator is Arnold Schwarzenegger is an alien life form, or like something like that, something not from here. And he comes to America or the world.
Coming to America. Different movie, but still pretty funny.
Very
if Arnold
similar. He comes here and he's like supposed to kill everyone. Like he's supposed to be the Terminator, maybe. And then he like falls in love with some woman.
Awesome.
And her kid, because I know there's a kid in it. And he's like, I'm not going to kill everyone. And
I am not just a Terminator.
I am not here to kill. I am not here to terminate.
I'm
have
here
a heart.
to write poetry. Or whatever you would say.
Yeah.
I write poetry now.
I write poetry for my woman.
I write poetry. I do not terminate.
That's
a sweet movie, dude. It's like a romance movie for you.
He falls in love. He
robot love.
And he's like, oh my gosh, how do I keep my wife, my now or whatever they are, their love relationship, my girl and her son safe.
While also trying to not terminate, apparently.
Oh, well, he can't terminate anymore, so he's like fighting the urge
to terminate,
because that's like what he's
his job,
programmed to do.
100%.
And in the process of this, like his higher ups, like the people who sent him there, or the aliens or whatever they are, they're realizing that he's not going to do his job.
He's not terminating.
So they send another Terminator.
Oh shit!
And that guy is like, he's the bad guy. And then they fight. And
what does he look like? You know?
I know it's a white guy, and then he's like metally.
What is that? What does that mean?
Like there's like metal on him.
Okay.
Like his body turns into metal, like and stuff.
Okay.
So some white guy comes. He's like also why is this alien species all white? I don't know.
Because they're all right.
Yeah. Okay. And
all Terminators matter.
All Terminators matter. He's got the other guy comes.
Not just the black ones. I'm sorry.
They fight, and then he kills him. and he saves the day and he gets to marry his girl and be
Aw.
the stepfather that he's always wanted to be, and it's a happy ending.
What a sweet Terminator. What happens in the other ones then? I guess it just happens in a different way.
I think they keep sending other Terminators to
To
terminate
be
him.
like, terminate this Terminator.
He keeps being like, no, I am the one and only Terminator.
I terminate other Terminators.
I terminate all the other Terminators.
Oh, that's a fucking dope movie, dude.
Yeah.
Not,
I'm really curious what happens with the new one with the girl. Like, is she a Terminator?
what are you talking about? The new one that just came out?
Yep, with the
one
hot
that came
girl.
out recently? I watched that one.
You did. I
Yeah.
saw you watching it we were on airplane. He was
Uh-huh.
watching it, and I kind of like looked over his shoulder.
It's I'll say this, just like any movie on an airplane. There's no such thing as a bad movie on an airplane. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
Even when you're watching it, you're like, oh, this is a bad movie. If I was watching this in any other circumstance other than 10,000 feet in the air, this would be bad. But I guess it's because you know you could die at any second. You're like, I'm gonna enjoy it.
That's true. Like, what else do you have to live for?
What else do I have to live for? I'm in a fucking tube flying across the fucking planet.
Was
Let
it
me
a bad
enjoy
movie?
this. It wasn't that as bad, but you know how like you're watching a movie on an airplane, you're like, oh, I probably wouldn't like this. Other than like, is that
The
a
girl
drift
is
movie.
hot.
The girl's very hot. That's not the problem.
I like that her hair is short.
Her hair is short. That's also cool. It's a cool movie. It was like all the other It was a Terminator movie, but this OG one, it's awesome. I will say this: this is only my second time ever watching this movie.
Really?
Yep,
Because you talk about it like you've seen it a bajillion times.
I have seen one of them a bajillion times.
Oh, not
this
the
is
first one.
this is the first one.
Oh, so is the first one not like the big one?
No, the first two are the big ones.
Okay. Because it's like
This is the one you're thinking of that you just told is a different one, but we'll get into that later.
the one I
This
just
one,
told is
yeah,
a different one?
you got nothing
Wait,
right.
so what I said is how one of the Terminators goes?
No, not at all. I'm just
Oh.
saying that's what you thought it. The movie you're thinking of is not the OG Terminator. This is the OG. This is the first Terminator.
What's the movie I'm thinking of?
One of the different Terminators.
Wait, it doesn't have Arnold Schwarzenegger in it?
Are you ready to hear Terminator?
Oh my God, yeah.
Sam, 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I get why they made a bunch of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This movie sets up the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you know what it is? This movie is like Batman Begins. Is Batman Begins Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises? No, it's not. Is Batman Begins do you need it though?
You need to know about Ra's al Ghul.
You need to know it all. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
Like
get
you
that.
need to it's the first one is always maybe the storyline is better than, whereas the other ones the action is better and like the CGI is better and they have a bigger budget and they have all these things. But James Cameron did write and direct this.
Okay. Now, this is the same movie that was it not your brother, your dad or Brian Simpson said that this movie and Snowpiercer were from like the same sci-fi book essentially.
Probably, I don't know. That a little too much info for me.
If you guys know any of that information, leave it in the comments.
Please leave in the comments any link between Snowpiercer, which is a fucking awesome movie with Captain America, and
That was a good movie.
I don't know what Terminator they were talking about. Were they talking about the OG one, or the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one now? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like which one are they talking about? There's 5.
How could they be that different?
Hmm?
Okay, I don't.
They're all different.
Okay, yeah.
James Cameron only does the first 2. Then after
Really?
that, yeah, because you know him. He's like, I'm not. Whatever. Hey, we're getting crazy now.
He's like, I gotta do
Storyline's
this.
got to stay. You know, he's like, I got to make something good, or else I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
I feel that.
that's fair.
You ready to hear the OG one though?
Yes.
100% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I will say this movie still fucking holds up. Adrenaline rush the whole time, fucking awesome. Great writing too, not as actiony. Like, of course there's action, but it's like this is only the budget for this movie is $6 million.
That's okay.
You know what I'm
much did
saying?
it make?
Made like I think rated R,
Yeah.
rated
Which
R,
is hard. To
And-
make money on a rated R movie.
and this was like their like a lot of people's first thing.
Mm-hmm.
It made like 80 million, but in 1984. This movie,
80 million. They spent 6 million.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's huge.
That's pretty decent.
Back then too, and then also this movie spawned a franchise that went on to make billions. This is the OG. This is the dark. This OG. This is the first one. This is
What
the
year
OG
is this
Batman
movie?
Begins, 1984.
So he does this, and then is the next movie he does Titanic? If you're James Cameron, you know he did the first 2. You said.
First 2,
And then he does
and then Titanic.
Titanic.
But there's a huge gap between this one, the
the
second.
second one.
That's why they're good. That's why James Cameron's good,
Yeah, that is why.
because he
he's
takes
good.
time to like write a good script.
Is it that he's taking the time to write a good script, or is it like he's taking time to do all the things right? Because it's not. He's
That
not
too.
just writing them.
Yeah, he's also taking time to
Is
get.
he writing the scripts?
Yeah, he's writing the script.
Okay.
He's doing everything. He's also taking time. The reason he takes so much time in between movies is because he waits. And he said this in interviews. He waits for the CGI and technology to catch up to his vision.
Oh, that makes sense.
Sometimes I get that. That's why Avatar. So Sam, he had Avatar written after Titanic,
Yeah,
but he needed the 10 years for the technology to catch up.
yeah. Do you remember?
That's why it didn't come out till 2009. Huh?
Yeah, I saw it in college.
It was awesome.
It was awesome.
But I get it's cool, and that's why the second Avatar is now 2020, about to be 2021, and it's still not projected to come out till 2022.
Well, that's because he wants to be in a theater.
Well, he wants it to be in the theater, but he also had to wait for the technology to catch
too.
up again.
Yeah.
Which is like, that's the best way to do a movie, to do your actual vision and not. Of course, he could have cashed in on. We could be on Avatar 7 by now.
Yeah, but you don't know. He doesn't want to sacrifice
The art, what it could have been.
Yeah.
What something could be. Titanic, Terminator 2, Terminator 1. You know what I'm saying? The dude fucking makes only A hitters.
No compromises.
That's why all of his movies, though, make $1 billion, and they're huge. They're some of the biggest movies ever. Like, all of them. The dude has nothing that's not that.
Would you say he's the best director out there, or is there someone?
No. God, Tarantino's the best director.
You think Tarantino's better?
Yeah. James Cameron is the best big budget director. No questions asked.
Okay.
Like a big budget box office movie? Because not everything Tarantino does is meant to be a big box office smash.
Okay, well, if you take the because you're saying you're like sectioning them off into groups now as far as directors go.
But overall, Tarantino.
Yeah,
Tarantino can make a big box office
your
and
your Mount Rushmore for directors?
Tarantino.
Yeah.
Scorsese. Those are the best. Those are the two best. Period. James Cameron's 3.
Wow.
And then 4, it's like comedy. It's like, oh, that one. I need the rotating Voldemort head, and I need because it could be 4 could be fucking Spielberg. 4 could be Spike Lee. 4 could be Nolan. Fucking Nolan. Oh my God, Nolan. Probably him. Probably Nolan.
Probably
Nolan's my 4.
Nolan's
if I'm being honest. And then there's some other niggas that just that are cold, bro, like Fincher. And you know what I'm saying? Like fucking son of a bitch. I can't think of his name, but he's good too. The guy that I can't think of his name.
What'd he do?
A lot of good movies.
You can't think of
him.
He did.
But he's
good though.
He's fucking awesome.
Don't you forget it.
The Russo brothers, the guys who did all the good Avengers movies, like the ones that are like
really
Civil
good.
War and Captain America, Winter Soldier, and fucking Infinity War, like all that. Fire. You know
who I think is really good is the Waikiki.
Bro, Waikiki. Waikiki. That
He's
dude's fucking awesome.
That
Jojo
dude
Rabbit,
is a baller.
Thor 3.
And he's just starting out.
Yeah, Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele's great.
Jordan Peele, because he only has 2.
They're both really young.
And they both have a couple movies. They both have like 2 or 3
and
movies.
It's like they've done a lot of projects, considering that like they really only show
both
up
work.
in like the canon, like maybe in the last like 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
Which is really
but they're both now Oscar-winning directors. Mm-hmm. So it's like, but I think Jordan Peele's the new Tarantino. As far as when it comes to nothing against that Taika Waititi guy, but it's like you're going off the comic books for Thor 3 and these other things. Whereas Jordan Peele, he's the only person I can think of besides Tarantino. Where it's like, I'm gonna take, because even Scorsese goes off history.
Yeah.
Like he'll go off like history. Whereas like, this nigga goes off. Him and Tarantino go off their own vision.
Yeah, they do. That is what's different.
Even James Cameron, it's like, nigga, Avatar is Lion King. Like, like
he's taking like popular tropes
and he makes them
stories.
The best.
Yeah.
Pocahontas is Avatar as well. Like he makes these great tropes and he makes them fucking awesome. But Tarantino is the only nigga I know where it's like, bro, I've never seen Kill Bill.
Yeah, that's
I've
a
never
unique
seen Pulp Fiction
story.
Yeah, Django.
That's a hard thing to do. Django,
Inglourious Bastards.
The thing about Django that's cool is the story is familiar in that like it's a hero, he has a sidekick, he has to overcome all these things, but what's happening is so original. And the place and the time and who it's happening to.
The dialogue
is so original. But out of all of those, I think that's the one that's more like, let's take a classical story and turn it on its head. Versus all of his other stuff is completely like, where did you even come up with this?
And I will say, a great point. Great fucking point. And I would say Inglourious Bastards is like that. He's like, let me take this thing that's a real thing that happened in history.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put, like you said, I'm going to change it.
Totally
make
like
it mine.
I'm going to come at it from a different angle, which is why I like the Taika Waititi. I wish I knew.
For Jojo Rabbit.
For Jojo Rabbit, he that movie
awesome.
blew my mind. How
Awesome.
can I look at Hitler and like him?
And I like him.
I like him almost.
But that's what makes a good fucking movie, man.
He's a great director.
I mean, shit, I'm watching Django and I like this monster of a slave owner.
Oh yeah, you love Leo in that movie.
Whereas Fassbender, when I'm watching 12 Years a Slave, it's the different kind of great acting. It's like, oh my God, I fucking hate this guy. This is a bad person. Whereas Django, Leo, it's like, oh, this is a bad person, but damn, this guy's charming.
He's cool. He's a cool guy. You want to be him
You
almost.
exactly. Yeah. You want to be and he's a monster. How the fuck did we get here?
I
Sorry
asked
to
you-
everyone listening who's just waiting for Terminator.
We were talking about directors, and I asked
James
you
Cameron.
what your
I couldn't remember how he got here.
Rushmore was. I thought that was a nice little
Great
segue.
question. I'm not. I just couldn't remember actually how we got here. Like, how did I get here?
Well, we're gonna talk about. The
I'm not
Terminator.
even supposed to be here. It's a good song.
I don't know what that song is. You're gonna have to keep going.
Anyway, movie starts.
Okay.
Los Angeles.
I know that place.
2029.
Well, that's 9 years from now.
I know, right? But in 1984, I can imagine. It felt like they would never get there.
So this is after COVID.
This is post-COVID, dude. And you know what?
Post-COVID.
It makes sense.
I can imagine.
It lines up. 2029 AD. We see a futuristic world. Skulls crushed all over the ground. Just
it's
human
like
skulls.
Mad Max kind of
Yep,
world.
just destitute. You know what I mean? But you see laser guns and gigantic robots. And you see lasers fighting, and there's clearly like a war going on.
Okay.
All right? The machines rose from the ashes of the nuclear fire. Their war to exterminate had raged for decades now. But the final battle would not be fought in the future. It would be fought here in our present tonight. Dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Credits start rolling. Dun dun dun. Super intense music. Dun 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 dun. The Terminator.
Oh wow.
All right. L.A. 1984, 1:59 a.m. All right.
Oh wow. So this is like taking over. This is a decades-long story.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Cool.
The writing is fucking genius.
Mhm.
Like Jesus Christ, how he got there, crazy. We see a truck picking up garbage on the side of the road. Right. Lightning strikes all around it, and the guy's like, "What the hell? What the hell?" The black dude's like, "What the hell's going on? What the hell?" You see lightning, and then he steps out of his car and he sees something. He takes off running. We see a butt naked, crouched down like this, and like there's lightning all around him, and he raises up. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yo, do you see his peeper?
So you don't see his peeper. You see him stand up, and then he walks over to like a bridge, and like you can oversee L.A. and you see his butt cheeks.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I bet you they had like the little
Chiseled.
like dimple kind of thing on. The
Oh,
inside.
chiseled.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's all muscle on this guy. This is 84 too, so this is like
His peak of
peak
short-
body. Yeah, peak like body. Like, oh my god, this is how does this human exist? You see that, and then you don't see his peeper, but later you see like while he's walking, you see
You
something.
see a shadow.
A shadow like flopping, and it's like, whoa.
Is
good,
it a
good for
really
you.
long, big shadow?
It's not bad. It matches for a big guy. It fits his body at least.
Good for him.
He's a huge guy.
It's probably not real.
Probably wasn't real.
I mean, not saying that he doesn't have a big schlong. I'm
But
just saying
We're just going
they
off what we know.
probably added that in for effect.
Yeah. So he walks up on some thugs hanging late night, right? These guys like hanging late night, and they're looking at him because he's naked, so they're laughing like, "Nice night for a walk, huh? Loser! Like, what are you doing, bro?" And they get up in front of him. Also, it's crazy. I get that he's naked, but he's so big. It's like, oh, I'm not fucking with this guy.
No. Also, you got to touch this naked person. Who wants to fight a naked person?
Yo,
That's weird.
and I'm talking about Sam. He could have been your size. I don't want to fight a naked person.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not fighting a naked giant. Arnold Schwarzenegger is a fucking giant of a man. It's crazy to be like, I'll start something with this guy. Me, some regular sized person.
That's so funny.
So they walk up, right? And then Arnold, because he's like, kind of like moving like a robot, and he's like, "Nice night for a walk." He repeats what they say. And then they're like, he goes, "Your clothes, give them to me now." And they're like, "Man, fuck you, asshole." And a guy pulls out like a knife to go stab him.
Oh, that
And he
was the
stabs him. And then, of course, nothing happens. And he fucking, boom, hits him and knocks this guy out. And then he reaches in one of the other, it's three like thugs, and he reaches in one of the other guy's chest and pulls out his fucking heart.
Yo, that escalated quickly.
And then the other guy, of course, looking at him, just gets naked, just starts giving him his clothes. Because he's like, oh, shit, this guy literally ripped out a fucking heart in front of me.
Yeah, I think I don't need these.
I don't think I need these boots that bad.
Nope. They are yours.
So
I'll take some clothes off my dead friend now.
Yeah. He takes some of his shit. So next to this homeless man, we see cut to now a homeless man, and he's just like talking to himself, sitting on in his cardboard box, and you see lightning striking everywhere around him.
Mm-hmm.
Same kind of lightning that was striking earlier around the dump truck. And then we see another dude drop naked in a crouch position. Not as buff as Arnold, more like but good body, chiseled, but not like a fucking The
God.
Rock. Yeah, you know what I mean? Just a regular actor who's in shape. He's a famous actor, but I don't know him. Like, his name's Michael Bean. He was in you've seen Tombstone.
Yeah.
He's in that. He's one of the, not the main characters. He's one of the side characters in that. Like, he's been in a bunch of shit, but this was definitely his
This was his time
his
to shine.
big thing for sure. So, he gets some clothes from the homeless man, and while he's doing that, police come up, and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing?" Hey, and he just takes off running, and they're like, "Hey!" They chase after him. He bends a corner, right, and he hides, and then the cop comes looking for him, and then he fucking hits the cop and takes his gun and puts it up to him. He goes, "What day is it?" And the guy's like, "What? What fucking day is it? 12th of May. What day? Thursday? What year? Huh? What year is it?" And you see a bunch of other cops bend the corner, and he takes off running. All right? So now the cops are all chasing after him. He ducks into a clothing store, gets a jacket, gets some dope-ass Nikes. Smart on Nike. Already 1984, but they were like, "Yo, product, great." Because when you see him put it on, it's like, "Oh, damn, those are dope-ass." Like, it's kind of like the Forrest Gump scene where he puts on the Nikes, and you're like, "Oh, okay. He's got Nikes on." So he's got his Nikes on. And then the cops are all looking for him in the store, and he sneaks out the back, and he goes in one of their squad's cars, and he grabs, like, there's always a shotgun in squad cars, and he gets the shotgun, and he takes off down the street. All right? He gets to a phone booth. He looks up Sarah Connor. There's three of them in the phone booth. He sees Sarah J. Connor, and he rips out the page, and he takes off. Cut to now. We see the lead of our movie, and the lead of all the Terminator movies. She's in all of them. Miss Linda Hamilton. You know who that is? I'll show you a picture.
It's the blonde woman.
She's blonde depending on the movie.
She looks like Robin Wright. Yeah, that's the one I'm imagining. She's the lead?
Her.
I thought Arnold was the lead.
I mean, yeah, they're the leads.
Oh, okay.
This is her in the newest one, but like I'm trying to see what she looked like in the first gen, because that's the second one. Terminator 1. She looks like this. She's more sweet, you know what I'm saying? She has a more innocent look in the first one. Whereas these later on, obviously, she becomes a badass, clearly. But in this first one, she's like a regular person, right? So we see her, and she's on a little moped, and it's like sweet music playing behind her. She's like jamming, and she's on her way to work, right? And she works at a burger place, but she's a waitress.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We see Arnold steal a car, and he's driving. Okay. We see Linda back at work. She's busting her ass, or Sarah, that's her name, Sarah Connor. She's busting her ass. Restaurant's packed, and she's like messing up people's orders and shit. She's just struggling. It's like a hard day.
Yeah.
And Arnold gets to a gun store, and he's like, "I want Uzi, 9 caliber 9mm with scope." And the guy's like, "Oh damn, hell yeah, right?" Because it's like 10 guns laid out. And he's like, "Well, which one do you want, brother?" "All of them." The guy's like, "Hell yeah, bro! Oh, hell yeah, of course I can make that happen." He's like, "Handguns are gonna take 2 weeks, but I can sell you all these rifles right now." And then Arnold takes one of the shotguns and just starts loading bullets in it. And the guy's like, "Whoa, buddy, you can't do that." Wrong. Boom! Blows his head off.
Yo, Arnold, that was nice. This guy's just trying to make a living, selling guns.
We see our young guy from the future. He's sawing off his shotgun because he's running around with this huge shotgun, right?
This is the other guy.
The other guy.
You said the young guy. He's younger than Arnold?
He's young. He's a young dude,
he's
too.
A younger dude. Okay.
I mean, Arnold's young in this movie as well, so it's just, we know him as Arnold now. So in my head, but yeah, they're both young. It's 1984. They're both really young.
1984.
The bad Wonder Woman movie. Everyone says that new Wonder Woman sucks. 1984.
Really?
Have you seen the CGI for it? It looks terrible.
No,
CGI looks
showing
terrible.
a lot in the commercials.
It looks
showing,
terrible.
Like little bits and pieces, and they're like, what's her name? Marie or Diane. Diane.
Apparently she's gay in it too.
For real?
They find out that she's gay. Like they push that she's gay. Which is fine. I don't mind my Wonder Woman being gay. That's actually, I want her to be gay.
That's kind of hot. I think I'd like that.
But if it's forced, I don't.
I mean, I only
I want to see her be gay on her choice. I don't want to see her be like, "And I'm gay now."
No, I don't want to hear her talk about it. I want to see her be gay.
Pussy.
I want to see that. Like, get into the real stuff. Like, are we here for gay rights or what?
Or are we just fucking pandering?
Yeah, are we just pandering?
I think when people get mad, they're like, "Oh, people just don't want to see a gay Wonder Woman." It's like, no, we don't want to be fucking pandered to.
We don't want to be lectured. What we want to see
is acting.
Is like, tell me what being gay is. Show me.
Or if you show me this gay superhero.
Show me these girls.
Show me this gay superhero. Don't
these
tell me.
These women together. Or you like in what's the what's the show we watch? The Boys.
Yeah.
What's her face? Maeve is gay, right?
Yes.
And they're not like they make her pander to everyone when they find out she's gay.
They make her pander.
They make her pander. Yeah. But before that, she's just being gay.
She's just gay.
She's in love with this woman, and she's hiding it, and it's weird, and it's hot.
It's real.
It's real. That's what I want.
But nobody wants. It's like that scene in was it Infinity War? It was Endgame or Infinity. It was one where they were like, girls, come on, girls,
unite.
let's show them how it's done. And it's like, hey, bro, they're all superheroes. We know they can kick ass.
We know.
We don't need to and I forgot they're women too. It's like, you know what I mean? Don't pander to me.
Just show me like a badass woman.
Kill Bill, I feel, is the greatest example.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, the movie starts with this woman getting her ass kicked and shot in the head.
Yeah.
Like, that's how the movie starts. Like, show me, let me. I don't
Stop
need,
telling. Show
me.
And the same thing
Show
goes
me a
for gay
badass woman.
stuff. Stop
Gay
telling
stuff,
us people are
black
gay.
stuff.
Yep.
All that shit. Nigga, anything, any kind of nigga. When you watch Rudy, he doesn't right before the big tackle at the end of the movie go, and I'm a white man doing this. Like, he just fucking does the big play, and then the movie. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you were gonna be like he was gonna say, and I'm a stupid guy doing this because isn't that his problem?
Well, he's stupid, yeah.
Is
but
he
I'm
stupid?
saying like we know he's stupid and white. He doesn't have to list his problems out before he does the heroic thing.
Yeah.
Just be heroic, bro. We know you're a fucking idiot guy. So we see our young guy, and he cuts off the shotgun, so he has a shorter shotgun now, right? And he's walking.
Will it still work the same?
Yeah, it's just like he sawed it off. You ever heard of a sawed off? But he sawed off the handle, so it's like all you see now is like a little handle and just the shotgun part instead of having to do this whole thing.
Ah.
So
I've never seen that. I'm not familiar with guns like that.
it's okay. I'm not either. Okay. Arnold gets to a phone booth, and he finds also where Sarah Connor lives.
Okay.
All right.
So everyone's looking for this Sarah girl.
And he drives to her house.
Mm-hmm.
Music's really intense. Like, doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. And he walks up slow-mo. There's kids playing outside. Poof, poof, poof. I'm coming. This woman comes. She opens it. Hi, can I help you? Sarah Connor. Yes. Boom. Bow, 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 bow. Puts like 5 in her front. Kids are outside.
But this isn't our Sarah Connor.
This
is
isn't
it?
our
'Cause
Sarah
there were
Connor.
3 Sarah Connors.
How terrifying is that, though?
That is horrifying.
I thought that was really good, right? I was like, oh, that's really like interesting. Like, he doesn't know who she is, so he's just gonna go down the list
and kill them all.
Yeah,
There will be no Sarah Connors.
he's a fucking Terminator.
He terminates.
So, at work, it's all on the news now that this woman named Sarah Connor, mother of 2, was killed like in her own home in front of her kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously that's a crazy story.
That's
like,
horrifying.
What the fuck? So,
Also in a brutal way.
in a brutal way. That's brutal. So our boy from the future, the other guy, steals a car,
We'll just
and
call
then
him that.
yeah, you see him steal a car, and he gets in the car, and then like he has like a flashback, like PTSD kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
because he sees like a piece of machinery coming in front of him, and it flashes him back to him fighting these like Terminators in the future. And there's a huge war going on. And he's leading a cavalry, and he takes out some robots, and some of his men are dying. It's like a huge action scene. Mm-hmm. And then he gets into he's trying to drive away in the future, and he gets in a car crash, and he wakes back up kind of screaming, but he's in the past. He's in the car where he had the PTSD.
Yeah.
At the police station, they get a call. The lieutenant and like another guy at the police station get a call that another woman named Sarah Connor was just murdered.
Wow.
And they're like, oh, shit. And so now they start thinking like, oh, it's some fucking serial killer out there who must have a grudge against Sarah's. Sarah Connor, and now he's killing Sarah Connors. And they're like, oh, my God. Like, God damn it. Mm-hmm. Because, I would go there, too. You're not thinking
not thinking Terminators.
You're not thinking Terminators from the future came to do. You're probably thinking, oh, there's some psycho weird serial killer.
Yeah.
Who's
that makes
going down
way
the phone
more
book.
sense.
That definitely makes more sense. So we go back to Sarah's place. She's off work now. She's at her roommate's. Like, she has a roommate, right? Mm-hmm. And she's telling the roommate, like, oh, my God, my date just called and canceled on me. And then she's like, oh, that fucking jerk. Whoop de whoop. Her roommate's like going off. She's like, well, what are you going to do tonight? Because I got her boyfriend's coming over. And she's like, oh, I'm going to leave. She's like, no, you can hang out with us. She's like, no, I'm going to go to a movie or go to a bar or something. Like, I'm just going to head out. Right? And when she goes out, right when she opens the door, the other boyfriend, like, scares her. Like, you think it's a bad guy, and it's just the other guy, the other boyfriend. Yeah. And she's like, oh, God damn it, Bunky. And he's like, he laughs, and he hugs her.
Bunky.
And she leaves.
Bunky is a name that was used in the 70s and 80s.
Oh, Bunky. Hell yeah.
And there is no one named Bunky to this day.
Even like when I think of Captain Winter Soldier, Bucky.
Bucky. Yeah,
Same
that's kind of the same thing.
It's that old school name.
It's an old school name.
I like it for a dog. I'm not going to lie. If I had a dog named Bucky or Bunky, I would love that.
It's like women who go by Kitty.
Women who go by Kitty. Like that 70s show.
That doesn't happen anymore. There's no
good
kitties.
It's a good name.
It's a good name.
For animals, I would also say kitty is a good name for a cat or a dog or a rabbit.
There were women back then that went by Bunny. There were all these weird names that we don't use anymore because we've evolved.
We were like, oh, we're gonna stop naming them animal names.
Yeah, it was Bunky.
The fuck are we doing? So she goes out to her moped and it's super quiet and she's kind of nervous, right? She looks around and she takes off, and then when she drives off, we see our skinny boy from the future pull out and follow her. He's already found her.
Now, are we supposed to assume that the skinny guy and Arnold Schwarzenegger are the same kind of person? Like at this point,
We don't know.
It's
You
all,
honestly don't know.
but they both appear naked in the
future,
same
so
fashion.
You don't know.
Okay.
You legit it is cool because of course I know now, and then because of the other Terminators and stuff, you kind of already, even without seeing the movies, you kind of had a reference to what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so I can't imagine how cool it must have been seeing this. That's probably why it has 100% of Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Because in 1984, watching this, you'd have been
nothing.
like, you know nothing, and you're like, holy, but it's cool.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this is interesting, but I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Okay.
So the press is all over now, the black lieutenant and the LAPD, about how these two women were killed in brutal ways, right? And their names are in the phone book under each other, and they were killed within 5 minutes, like 5 minutes apart. He drove from one girl's house to the other.
How do you get there that fast?
His car.
5
And they must have lived
minutes?
near each other.
Okay, it's L.A. I mean,
That's true. They must have really lived near each
they
other.
like both live in Van Nuys or something. Like what?
So they go, hey, call the next girl we got to call the next girl.
Uh-huh.
Obviously. We got to call the next girl. And the guy's like, I did. She didn't answer. He's like, call her again. God damn it. What do you mean? This is happening now. We have to get on this. Like, I do get the lieutenant's like, I don't give a fuck that you called her once. This is a heavy situation.
Yeah, we got to warn her that she's about to die.
Clearly. So they call her her place again. Her roommate has the music turned up and she's getting smashed.
Oh, good for
She's
her
getting,
roommate.
good for her. She's getting smashed, right? So the cop's like, all right,
Bunky.
I have an idea. I'll make a statement and maybe the girl will see it and she'll come to us. Like if we can't get to her, which is a smart move. Like we'll get her to come to us.
Yeah.
So on the news now, Sarah's at a bar and she's just sitting there having a drink, and she's like, what the fuck? And she sees that, it's all in the news. That there's these two women that got killed named Sarah Connor. Whoop, whoop. She goes to the phone book and realizes she's the next name.
Whoo! No pressure.
She tries to call her friend. The phone that's in the bar is out of order. All right.
How convenient.
She takes off outside and she goes like she's going to run home, and she notices our boy, the other guy, our skinny guy from the future, following her. Because she bends a corner, he follows. She bends another corner, he follows. So she goes into a nightclub, right? And she hides. And then she gets to the phone and she calls 911. All phone lines are busy right now. Please try again in a little bit. And that has happened. People call 911 and it's busy.
That's scary.
I can't imagine, bro, being in a real situation and calling 911 for real and they're fucking busy.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's like, how many people are calling right now?
A lot. And I used to be one of those kids prank calling, so I can't be all the way mad.
Deric, you called 911 prank?
I did do that.
No. What happened?
Nothing. It was on burner phones, so it's like they couldn't do anything.
Oh. Okay. One time I called 911, but it was by accident. It was in like a phone that had it programmed on the thing. It was like in a hotel room or something.
Oh, yeah.
I accidentally touched it, and I like immediately hung up. But like they
come because they don't know what the fuck's going on.
They don't. Well, they call you back.
Yeah.
Because they don't know what's coming out. So my mom's like, and my mom answered because it's the hotel room. And she's like, hello. And they're like, this is 911. Did you just call us? Are you in an emergency? And she yelled at my brother. She thought it was him.
You never told?
I never told.
That's my girl.
There's a lot of things like that have happened.
Good for you. Never fucking snitch. Ain't no snitches in this fucking house, dog. Keep our mouth shut. Even if you're snitching on yourself, don't snitch.
Don't you dare do that.
So, we see our boy Arnold walking up on her place. Her friend is in the kitchen making a sandwich. The boyfriend's passed out in bed. He walks up. He kind of slides through like the sliding door to get into the room. And the guy wakes up and he's like, whoa, what the fuck? Don't make a move or I'll bust you up, man. He hops out of bed. And he's got like underwear on. And then Arnold grabs him and just starts throwing him around the room.
Jeez.
Boom. Right? The girl doesn't hear because she's got music blasting.
This girl.
Music, bro. And then finally Arnold throws him through the door. And the guy's like fucking dead. Like clearly fucking dead. And the woman's like, ah. And she turns around, tries to run in slow motion. Arnold pulls out the fucking gun. Puts 5 in her back. Bam, 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 bam.
That's not a good
friend is dead. Right then the phone rings. And he looks over at the phone. Coop. Hi, this is Ginger and Sarah. Please leave a message. Ginger, hey, this is Sarah. I'm at a place called Tech Noir. It's a club called Tech Noir. It's on like Pico. So I hope you get this soon. Please come pick me up. I really need you. Please call me back. I need your help. And you see Arnold look. And then, you see him, kind of scan the room, and then he sees a picture of Sarah. Because he looks at the girl on the ground.
It's like,
and
really,
then,
this isn't
that's
her.
not her. And then he looks at a picture, and he's like, nah, and then,
I know.
I know what she looks like now. Don't have to kill random people anymore. I do respect that. He's like, hey, I'm not trying to just kill everybody.
No, I'm just trying to get the job done.
I don't know what she looks like. All right? They're all Sarah.
Yeah.
I don't know. So Sarah finally gets in contact with the police, and they tell her, hey, stay in a public place. She's like, I'm in a club. He's like, good, stay there, stay visible. We're on our way. All right?
Fast enough. This guy can get across L.A. in 5 minutes.
Terminators don't do traffic. That is crazy. This nigga can get across L.A. in 5 minutes. It's like, oh,
and
damn.
It's like, I get it's the 80s.
That's a
but
superpower.
I'm pretty sure L.A. had a lot of traffic in the 80s, too.
Hey, I'm sure L.A., since it had the name, had traffic. I think it came with the name.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain. That was part of like...
They're like, oh, you want the palm trees and the beach? Well, it's going to take 45 minutes to get there, Playboy. And you live 10 minutes away.
Yeah.
So, we see our boy entering the club, our boy Arnold.
He got there fast.
Told you he got there fast, yeah. And he's looking around and he's looking for it and he's walking in slow motion, the music all intense. And she just so happens to drop something as he's walking by. So she goes to pick it up and he misses her. All right? And then, but she looks up, and when she looks up, she sees the young guy who she thought was following her.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets really scared because she's like, oh, that's the guy who was following me.
Yeah.
And she's staring at him. And then you see him kind of like get intense, and she like gets really scared. And then you see Arnold from the other camera angle. She doesn't look at him, though. Arnold notices her. And he starts walking up on her slow-mo. And then our boy pulls out his shotgun. And then Sarah, of course, is like, what the fuck? This guy's running at me. And then she looks over, and Arnold's walking right up on her, and he pulls out a gun and puts it right at her head. And you see her like go from scared to like calm. That feeling of like, oh, this is it.
Yeah.
Great acting. Like wow. It's over.
This is how it happens.
Fucking our boy unloads the shotgun on Arnold. Boom, 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 boom. And it fucking knocks him down, right?
Interesting.
And then he looks at her, and he's like, come with me. You know, no, he looks at
Sarah?
Yeah, he looks at Sarah.
The young guy. Not Arnold. Not Arnold.
So no, he knocks Arnold down, and Arnold gets up now and like starts, like he knocks Arnold down. And then Arnold pops back up and pulls out one of the Uzis and just starts killing everybody in the club. Just fucking mowing people down, right?
Merkin.
Right? Our boy unloads the shotgun again on Arnold, and then he walks up on Sarah, and he's like, hey, come, the classic line, come with me. And she's like, what? Come with me if you want to live.
Oh, that's from that movie?
That's from this movie.
Crazy.
Crazy, right? And then she's like, oh, and she gets up, and then right then Arnold raises up again, and she can't. Now she's looking at him like, I just saw this nigga take like 10 shotgun shells from close range.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? Like she's scared as shit. So they take off running. Arnold's running after him. We see what Arnold sees now, and it's cool because you finally get to see like his point of view, which is like all red and like infrared and robot, like like all that shit.
Yeah.
Super cool. And you see them, they hop in a car and they steal it, they hotwire it, they blow up something, right? They like while they're going through, like they drive through something and it explodes, so it's fire everywhere. And we see our boy Arnold run through it and then like jumps on the car, right? And then they spin it and he flies off. And then he like raises back up as they drive away. I thought this was really cool, the attention to detail. All the hair on his face and some of the hair on his head's all burnt off because he went through the fire.
Oh, yeah.
But he's like, it's cool. Like, oh, damn, that's so dope because it wouldn't matter. Like, he doesn't feel anything. So you see, like they're driving, they're speeding away. And he's like, are you injured? And she's like, are you shot? And she's like, what? He's like, listen, don't move unless I say. Do you understand? You don't make a noise unless I say. What? Do you understand? Yes. Please don't hurt me. I'm here to help. I'm Reese. I'm assigned to protect you. You've been designated for termination. And she's like, and he just speeds off. But you can tell for her, that's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Huh. And he has a name.
His name is Reese.
Reese.
All right. So we see Arnold.
Like Witherspoon.
He's searching for him. All right. We see Arnold searching for him. Cut to Reese tells her that was a machine, a Terminator. But we can't let him find you. It's very important you live, okay? And she's like, a machine? What, like a robot? No, a cyborg. What? And then cut to you see police, like, they're in like a full, like a full speed chase now.
Yeah.
Our boy Arnold gets in a car and he finds him, like, and he's like, now he's chasing after him. And he tells her, like, no, it's a Terminator. It's part man, part machine. Outside, living tissue, hair, like skin cells, everything.
Yeah.
Inside, all machine. And she's like, that's not fucking possible. He's like, yeah, the 600 series, the 600 series Terminators, they had rubber skin. It was easy to spot them. But the machines got smarter. They got better. This new one, super hard to spot. That's why I couldn't. He said that's why I couldn't just come up to you. I had to wait to figure out who he was first before I got you out of there. Because he didn't know who the Terminator was either.
Yeah.
Because they look like people,
like humans.
All right. And so she goes, well, I'm not stupid. They can't make things like that. I know they can't. At least not yet. And he goes, you're right. Not yet. Not for 40 years. So you're from the future? Yes. And she opens the car door and she tries to run away and he snatches her. Like hard, like by the head. And pulls her back in the car. And she turns around and she bites his hand and he doesn't do it. He just takes it.
Yeah.
And he goes, not a cyborg. Calm down. All right? I feel pain. I felt that. The Terminator, though, he feels nothing. And he will always hunt you. He will never stop. He will never, ever stop until you're dead. That's what he's programmed to do, is kill you. Like, you can't run from this. There's nowhere to go. It's a fucking, it's a machine. So she's like, oh my God, well, can you stop it at least? I don't know. With these weapons, I honestly don't know. And she's like, you see the Terminator, they get away, right? So the Terminator's looking for him. And then he's got a cop car. So he hears on the cop car that, because the police are also looking for him, right? He hears on it because there was a shootout in the club. And they were coming to get her. So they know that something's going on. Yeah. And they hear that the car that he had was ditched in this parking garage. Our boy Arnold heads that way. Okay? We see them in the garage looking for a new car. They find one. They get in. They're hiding. And then she goes, Reese. She's like, Reese. And he's, what? Why me? Why does it want me? Look, there's a nuclear war a few years from now. All of this, everything you know is going to be gone. Everything. Decimated to the ground. All right? There's a few survivors. No one even knew in the few survivors, no one knew what started it or why. But then they found out as time went on, it was the machines. Defense networks. And she goes, what? Defense network computers. Right now, countries are setting them up for like military, like, you know what I'm saying? Like to have all the defense networks together on like a artificial intelligence. And they hooked it into everything. And it got smart. Real smart. A different kind of smart that humans couldn't understand. A new intelligence. And it saw all people, all human beings as a threat. And decided our fate in a microsecond. Extermination. All right? And she goes, did you see it? No, I grew up after, in the ruins. Starving, hiding. Most of us got rounded up into camps for orderly disposal. And he's like, the others, this. And then he holds out his arm, and there's a barcode all over his arm. All right? He's like, some of us were kept alive to work, help disposing of the bodies. It ran all night, all day. 24 hours disposing human bodies. We were this close to death forever. But then one man taught us how to fight. Turned it around. Brought us to the brink. That man's name is John Connor.
Oh, that's her child?
John Connor? Who's John Connor? John Connor's your son, Sarah. Your unborn son.
Whoa.
How cool is this in 1984 if you're watching this?
That's crazy.
You're like, what the Because even now, I'm like, damn, that's a good storyline.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. So you see her eyes are like, what the fuck? Or we see Arnold in the parking garage looking for him. He spots him. Bam, starts unloading. They take off. Arnold's like blasting at him. Reese like has the shotgun out the window, catches him right in the head. Like right in the eye, right? This makes Arnold smash his car. While they're doing this, they kind of spin out, and then their car won't stop. All police show up.
Yeah.
They look in Arnold's car. Arnold's already gone.
Oh, no.
All right, but they arrest them too.
But they know she's not in trouble. Didn't they think Reese has like abducted her or
Yeah,
something?
of course.
Okay. So do they? They're not arresting Sarah. They're just taking her.
They take both of them in. Is what I'm saying. But our boy Arnold's gone. So at the station, they tell Sarah, "Hey, all your friends are dead," and she's bawling.
That's a lot.
They bring in a doctor, a guy named Dr. Lieberman, who's also going to be in the second one, which is because I forgot. I was like, oh, this makes so much sense now why this guy's a doctor in the second one. I didn't know he was a doctor in this one.
Okay.
So they ask her to tell him everything that Reese told her. We see our boy Arnold break into a little room, like in a little apartment building in L.A.
So this isn't at the police station.
This is like some random apartment, and his eye is all fucked up. Right? It's all fucked up, like how a human's eye would be, and his hand's all fucked up too. But it's like going like this, like zzz, 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 like he can't control it. So he takes a box cutter and some scissors, and he opens up his arm, right? And then you see it's just all machinery underneath, and he like starts fixing it and shit. So Reese tells the cops, who he is and where he's from. I'm from this part of the future. I work in this cavalry under John Connor, like all this shit, right? And the cops are laughing like, oh, that's great, right? They're just laughing at him.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, well, why would they do this? Like, why, if you are from the future, why would the robots, like, you know, if everything's exterminated, like if they're killing us in the future, why would they let you come back and all this shit? And he's like, because we won. We smashed all the robots' defense grids. And after that, we knew we had them, but they already had a backup plan. So they sent a Terminator right when we smashed the defense grids and looked like we were about to beat them.
Uh-huh.
They sent a Terminator back in time to kill
John Connor. So it never happened.
So it never happens. So we sent me back in time to stop that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also blew up the time machines. No one goes home. And they're like, no, they ask him, they're like, well, how are you going to get home? And he's like, there is no going home. We blew up the time machines after they sent us. It's just me and him. No one goes home. No one else comes through.
Wow.
And they're, of course, like laughing him off. But even though it's like, damn, bro, I would be kind of interested.
It's interesting, but also it's like, I can't imagine if you have the technology to build a time machine, blowing it up doesn't mean that people don't build other time machines.
No, the robots built it.
And the robots are all dead now.
The robots, they have them on the brink. Like, so like now all the robots are literally hoping that their plan works.
Yeah. Well, they're not even, I guess, really there in existence because they've already got
They
them.
lost, yeah.
Wow. Okay, cool. All right.
So we see Arnold. He peels, like, he looks at his eye and he takes the scissors and he cuts his eye, right? And then you see that classic, the red eye, you know, the Terminator eye that you see. I'm sure you've seen it in a million just images, right? The Terminator eye. And then it's also cool because it's not Arnold. They spent, I don't know how, I'm sure the whole budget on this. It's like a robot Arnold, so you can see him do that.
Oh, really?
So it's like but it doesn't. I mean, now knowing what it is, I'm sure in 1984 it looked amazing, but now looking at it, it's like, oh, it's a robot.
Yeah.
It's not Arnold Schwarzenegger. And then the robot puts shades on, and then it's clearly Arnold Schwarzenegger again.
Whoa.
But it's so they can have
that must
Arnold
cost
with the
them
red eye.
So much money.
In
That was probably the
1984
whole budget.
Probably the whole, because the rest of the movie's fighting, like shootout scenes, and then just acting and dialogue.
So it's basically like they made, like how Whitney had a sex doll made of herself.
Yes.
They made one for Arnold.
Yeah, it's exactly what it looks like. But imagine 1984 though, so that kind of graphic.
Yeah, that's
you know?
funny.
But also you can tell it's like, oh, he didn't want. He was like, I could CGI a red eye on Arnold's face. He's like, but it's gonna look shitty.
Yeah.
Or I could just build a fucking robot.
Yeah.
So it looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger has a fucking red glowing eye.
Yeah, that's smarter.
You know. So, he puts the shades on. You see Arnold grab his guns. He leaves.
Mm-hmm.
All right. They're showing Sarah what Reese was saying in his interview. And they're laughing to Sarah going, oh, this guy's crazy. And they're asking him questions nonstop. And he's just being honest about everything, right? And he's like, stop with this bullshit. I have to see Sarah Connor. Who's the authority here? He's going to find her. And they put him like they put him in like a solitary kind of confinement room. He's going to find her. You can't stop him. He's going to pull her fucking heart out. Do you understand? And she's watching this like, and then they look at her, like they cut it off. And they go, so he's definitely a loon to her. And she's like, oh, he's crazy? And they're like, oh, yeah. And she goes, but I saw him. I saw the Terminator get hit with, like, shotgun shells, and he popped right up. And they go, oh, Sarah, he was probably wearing this. And they hold up a bulletproof vest.
Well, why aren't they worried that there's someone else trying to kill her anyway?
Yeah.
Whether he's a Terminator or not.
Just because basically you're also saying that this woman's also crazy and is too crazy to realize that this man was, like.
Making it all up.
Yeah, and helping her. And, like. Because if I'm Sarah, I'm like, well, who the fuck was I running from? And she was shooting bullets at me.
Yeah.
Because that was happening.
It definitely happened.
And it wasn't this guy because he was in the car with me, helping me.
Yeah.
Shooting back at the other guy. I didn't make that up. Is there bullet? Because I would be like, all right, was the club shot up? Yeah, okay. Was our car shot up when you found it? It was? Okay, then it all happened.
Okay.
I had to make sure myself because I feel like I'm going crazy now.
Mm-hmm. That would be very stressful for me.
When you feel that
and
way?
now your only like savior is detained. Although I wouldn't be that worried because if he like is prepared to kill a cyborg, then you would assume he'd be able to get out of a jail.
Whatever situation he's been
Yeah.
in. I think it's from the future.
Yeah, from the future.
So they're explaining to her that he's crazy and that the guy was the Terminator guy is probably on PCP and that's how he was able to like, you know, jump through the window and do crazy shit, right? And she's like, okay.
Does PCP do that?
I mean, it does give you a fucking super strength. I'll tell you that.
Okay. How do you know?
From college. Anyway, so the cops tell her like, hey, you need to rest. Just lay down here. You'll be fine. She's like, okay. They let her lay down on the couch. They tell her it's 30 cops here. You know, you're completely safe. So at the front desk, Arnold walks in,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the cop's doing paperwork. And the Arnold's kind of looking at him. And he goes, I'm a friend of Sarah. I was told I can see her. And the cop's like, also what makes Arnold so good in this, because he's a villain, is he only has a couple lines. And he's a robot.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, that's badass.
Yeah, that is badass.
Also, for his accent, it makes it scarier.
Yeah, because he's also supposed to sound like a robot, so he's using a robot like
Russian accent.
cadence. Yeah.
But with his accent. And
Isn't
it's
he
like
German?
German, exactly. But it through that, it adds that element of like, damn. But also smart on James Cameron part of like, oh, how can I use this daunting presence?
Mm-hmm.
But he's not maybe a great actor, but like I don't need him to be. I need him to be stone faced
Yeah.
and say these couple lines in this robotic cadence.
You know what's interesting to me? Not to get away from this, but how come they never use The Rock as a bad guy?
Choices. Maybe he doesn't let him.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because he'd be a good bad guy.
Mm.
Okay, so
He's a fucking great bad guy. So they she goes, he says that to the guy, like I'm a friend of hers, and the guy doesn't even look up at Arnold. He's like, look, man, it's gonna take a while. Just sit over there and we'll get to you when we can.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And he's doing paperwork, and then Arnold looks around, and the guy's behind bulletproof glass, and he looks and he goes, I'll be back.
That's the first time he says it.
That's
the
what
only
it's from.
time he says it. In that one moment.
In this movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's not how I would have imagined him using it.
Isn't that great? But that's what. So I love when you see a line and where it's like actually originated. It's like,
Yeah.
whoa, like the "Come with me if you want to live."
Yeah.
Like I didn't know that line was even from this movie.
Uh-huh.
So he walks out. He walks away, and the cop's doing paperwork. That still doesn't look up. And then the cop looks up because he sees headlights coming at him. Oh shit! Arnold smashes his car and kills the guy.
Wow.
Then he comes through the windshield, fucking got his guns, and he starts laying waste to this police station.
Mm-hmm.
Mowing cops down. Brrr, brrr, right? And the lieutenant's like, oh shit. And he looks at the girl and Sarah. He's like, stay here. Arnold fucks up all the light boxes so all the lights go out. Now it's super scary in that bitch.
But he has like that heat sensor eye.
He has infrared eyes.
Damn.
So we see Reese, the guy watching him is nervous, and he's looking at it. So Reese kind of fucks him up and knocks him out and takes his gun.
Okay.
And like uncuffs himself. So he goes and he finds Sarah's room and it's locked. He's like, Sarah. She's like hiding. It's Reese. And she's like, oh, and she runs to him and they take off. They get in the car. They get the fuck out of there.
Okay.
All right.
So they escape.
They escape. So they take the car and they go get some gear and then they ditch the car and they go hide literally under a tunnel, like under a bridge in the middle of nowhere.
Uh-huh.
Like, so they're under a bridge, and they're bundled up. And then she goes, Reese, huh? You got a first name? And he's like, Kyle. She's like, Kyle, what's it like to go through time? And he's like, white light, pain. It's like being born, maybe. I don't know. And then she looks and he's bleeding out his arm. She's like, oh my God, you're bleeding. We gotta get you to a hospital. He's like, no, I just got shot. And she's like, I gotta get you to a hospital. That's crazy. He's like, it's okay. It's okay. She's like, you're crazy. Take that off. She takes the shirt off. She starts bandaging him up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, just tell me about my son. Just talk to me, please. Tell me about my son. What's he like? And he's like, oh, he's about my height, has your eyes. And she's like, what's he like? And he's like, you trust him. He has a strength. It's just something you can't explain. I'd die for John Connor. I'd do anything for him. And then she laughs. And she's like, well, at least I know what to name him now. And then she's like, this is so crazy. I don't even know who his father is. Do you know? And then he's like, I don't know much about him. I guess he dies before the war. But and then she goes, wait. Stop, actually. I don't want to know this. This is too much.
I'm sorry.
What?
I thought about something about his father.
What?
What if Reese is his father?
That'd be crazy. That'd be fucking crazy.
Like they fall in love. They have the baby. He dies in this movie, and then he becomes John Connor. That's why he respects him so much, and he doesn't even know it.
He doesn't even know. So that'd be dope.
That'd be dope.
So she goes, so you got to choose this mission? He goes, no. No, she said, so you got chose for this mission? He goes, no, I volunteered. She goes, why would you volunteer? And he looks at her. You got also, it's great. The dude, the whole movie, he never smiles. Because the only reason I know that, there's a point in the movie where she says something. It comes later, and I'll tell you when. Where he makes her smile, but that's the only time in the movie that actor smiles.
Yeah.
Because he's fucking from
He's from like
a savage world.
Yeah.
So there would the
Mad
idea of
Max
smiling and
world.
laughing and all that wasn't. It just wouldn't. Also, if you were born in that world,
your life is to stay alive. That's
period.
what it is.
So there is no smiling. There is no laughing. There is no any of that shit. He's all intense. And she goes, "Why would you volunteer for this?" He looks at her like she's crazy, and he goes, "To meet the legend." You. She's like, you taught him to fight. You taught him to do it all. You taught him to like never have fear and not do this. Like, and then she goes, "Stop! You're talking of things that I haven't done yet in the past tense. It's fucking freaking me out, crazy. Man. That is crazy. Like somebody to tell you shit you already did, and like to say it in a past tense way."
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Do I look like the mother of the future? I'm not tough. Am I organized? I can't even balance my own fucking checkbook. I don't want any of this." And then he's looking at her all calm, and he goes, "Your son gave me a message. I memorized it. Thank you, Sarah, for the courage that you have over the next couple of dark years. I need you to be stronger than you even imagine you can be. You must survive, or I will never exist, Mom."
Aww.
Right? And then she's like, and he looks at her. He's like, "Get some sleep. It'll be light soon." And she's like, "Just talk to me more. Tell me where you're from." And she like cuddles up on him. And he's like, "We stay down by day. Night we can move around a little bit. You know, when the Terminators appeared, that's when it became the worst." Flash to the future. We see them fighting these Terminators. We see his people living in ruins underground, right? And there's women crying and children crying and people it's just death.
Yeah.
Just constant death. And he pulls out his jacket pocket. This is in the future. A picture of Sarah.
Who, Reese does?
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right. Right then, he's looking at the picture. He's just staring at it. A Terminator sneaks into their camp because they look like them. Yeah. So and he just pulls out his guns and starts killing everybody in the camp. And while Reese is fighting him, his picture falls into the fire and burns. And he has to just watch it burn. Cut back to the past. And he's just holding her while she sleeps. Okay.
Wow.
So the next morning they wake up, and then Sarah's like, "I dreamt of dogs. Just dogs." And he's like, "We use dogs in the future. They know how to spot Terminators."
Oh, because they're dogs. They would have a sense.
Mm-hmm. So she says Arnold is, so you cut back to, you see Arnold going through her address book that he stole from her when he was at her house. Mm-hmm. And he finds her mom's address.
No, not her mom.
Reese and Sarah get to a hotel. He gets her in the room. He says, "Hey, I'm going to go out for supplies." He gives her a gun. "Stay here. I'll be right back." He leaves. Cut to, Sarah's on the phone with her mom. And the mom's like, "I'm worried sick about you, dear. Oh my God. Where are you?" And she's like, "I can't tell you, Mom. Somebody's after us." And she's like, "Honey, you got me hiding up at you called me and you made me hide up at this bear cabin." Early in the movie, she leaves a voicemail for her mom telling her to go hide at the cabin.
Yeah.
Somebody's after him and she doesn't know who. But your mom has the same last name too. I get that you'd be like, "Hey, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know
what's going on."
So just go up to Big Bear. Literally Big Bear. That's where she goes.
Oh, okay.
And she's like, and the mom's like, "Well, okay, honey, I'm here, but just at least give me a number to reach you. Where can I reach you?" And she's like, "Okay, Mom." She gives the number. And she's like, "The number call this number if you need me. I'm in hotel room." And she's like, "I'm on hotel room number 19. Cut to, you see Sarah talking the whole time. And then now the camera changes and you see the mom and it's our boy Arnold. Mom's dead and our boy Arnold is speaking in her voice.
Oh, no.
He's a robot. He can mimic the voices.
Oh, that's horrible. The mom's already dead.
Mom's dead, bro. We don't see her die.
Yo, not cool.
Arnold's a badass, isn't he?
He is a badass. Well, that made me sad. I thought she had hope.
Oh, no. So that happens, right? And then she's like, "All right, I love you, Mom." And it's so dope because that's when you see Arnold, you just see him go, "Love you too," and it's like in the mom's voice.
Whoa.
Right, but it's just his stern ass face. It's like, damn, that's fire. So man, I would have been so dope to see this movie in 1984. I can't imagine. Some movies I can't imagine what it was like in the theater when they saw it for the first time. People were like Jurassic Park or just something where you're just like, what the fuck?
This?
What is this?
I'm sure that's how people felt like about Star Wars.
Yup, Star Wars.
That's how they talk about it.
Mm-hmm. You know what though? I will say this. I felt that way about Infinity War.
I felt that way about it. I felt that way about the first Iron Man. I was like, whoa.
The first Avatar was like, yo, what kind of... Because we've seen superhero movies, but I ain't never seen... And Dark Knight, Dark Knight, not but the Joker one. The Dark Knight was another... It's just like, I've never seen a movie like this. Like a movie. Like this is unbelievable how good this is. Like
Yeah.
what this is fucking my brain up that this is possible. You know, Iron Man was like that too because it was our first one. Like, damn, this is a fucking superhero. Like not on some Batman shit.
Yeah.
But like this is a superhero. Like this is crazy. You know. So, we see our boy Reese. He comes back with the supplies, and she's like, "What is all this?" And it's the supplies to build a bomb, like little pipe bombs. All right. We see Arnold on the motorcycle on the way to them while they're in the kitchen making pipe bombs. Like it's cutting back and forth. So she sees, she says like she knows like, oh my God, will he find us? And then boy Reese is like, yeah, probably. And she starts shaking. And she's like, some legend I am. You must be so disappointed. And he looks at her. He's like, no, I'm not. Like what? Also you can tell he's like, you're the mother of the guy that I worship.
Yeah.
You know? So. And all he talks about is you.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine what that would mean to Reese to be like, I can't believe it. And he sent me on this mission and like all these feelings. So she goes, Kyle, the woman in your time, what are they like? And he's like, good fighters. She's like, that's not what I meant. What was there someone special in your life? And he goes, no. She's like, no, never. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. She rubs his back, and his back has like all these scars on it. And she's like, so much pain. And he looks at her. He's like, I love this. He goes, pain can be controlled. Just disconnect. Oof. That's hard, though. What a dope line of like, because that is true. It's like, oh, that I can't control pain. Just fucking. And then she goes, wow, so you feel nothing ever? And he goes, no. You know, John gave me a picture of you once. At the time, I didn't know why. It was old and torn and it was faded, but you were young in it, like exactly how you look now. And you seemed so sad. And I used to always wonder what you were thinking at that exact moment. Every day I'd look at it, just wonder what you were thinking. And I memorized every line and every curve of that picture. I came across time for you, Sarah. I love you.
Whoa.
I always have. And then he gets up and he's all pissed. Right? And he's like, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said any of that. And she gets up to him and she kisses him.
Whoa!
And they start making out super hard.
Whoa!
And then she's riding the fuck out of him.
Yo!
Titties out. Everything. She let her titties be seen in this. It's like, damn, good for
they
you,
do that
Linda.
in the 80s.
She looks good too. I mean,
not that they don't do that now, but
they do. But she like
in the 80s they were doing it
where
a
like
lot.
they would be like, hey, they'd ask the main actress to get naked
and she
show
would
her
say
tits.
yes,
and she would
which
say
they
yes.
don't do anymore. They always
Also, did it make the movie better? Yes, because I wasn't looking at it like, oh, look at
100%.
this bitch tit. I was like, damn, they're fucking.
They're really having sex.
That's all it is. I get directors too, because it's like, yo, man, I'm trying to make the most realistic movie ever. And yes, I could get another woman's tits and kind of go back and forth with the shots and cut. Or it could be yours, and the crowd is like, oh my God.
Gosh, we're here in this moment.
Yes.
Yep. I get why they asked. I mean, I also get why women don't want
I
to do that
totally get why they don't do
anymore.
it anymore. Because I know the women are smart enough now. I mean, not that they were
They're
smart
like,
then, but
hey,
they're smart.
I'm worth more.
I'm worth more. Cut it up. I know you can get an extra. Use her tits. Pay her. Cut the
Yeah, if you really want these tits, it's going to cost you a pretty penny.
I saw you literally build a robot so Arnold could have a fake red eye.
Yeah.
Fucking give me some robot titties.
Exactly.
Like, don't tell me it can't be done. I like all the editing. You guys
Also,
made Thanos. I don't have to show my
If you really
tits.
want these boobs, I better be getting whatever you spent on that robot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's Arnold making?
That too.
I want at least close.
Yep.
I get he's the draw. I want close. These are my tits.
Because it's like they came for Arnold. They're staying for the tits.
They're staying for my titties. And please believe, I'm Linda goddamn Hamilton. Boom. It's like, whoa.
Boom.
So they fuck. And she fucks the shit out of him. Right? So we see our boy Arnold walking up on the hotel. And you see like the red infrared shit, but you hear a dog barking. And then he busts inside and he starts shooting. They're already gone. They're outside stealing like a truck.
Because of the dog.
The dog tipped him off.
Dog tipped him off.
All right. So he gets on his bike. We see our boy get on, and he's hot on their ass. And he's shooting after him. And then him and Reese is shooting back. And he's like, trade places with me. And he like kind of gets out on the passenger seat and she starts driving. And he's shooting and he takes out his pipe bombs and he throws them. Misses. Throws another. Misses. Another. Misses. While he's doing Arnold, bam, shoots him. Right through like the stomach.
No.
Yep. Kyle! Right? So Arnold keeps shooting, keeps shooting. Arnold kind of pulls up and like to the side about to shoot her, and she smashes his bike. Right? And it fucking it makes him crash and like fucking fall a bunch of times, but it also flips her truck over. bam, right? Kyle, you see Kyle trying to breathe like that. Okay. Arnold raises up when he like from the crash like a robot. Right then a semi truck, boom, hits him. Right, and the guy in the semi truck's like, oh shit. He gets out. When he gets out, Arnold literally just crawls out from under the semi truck, fucking kills the guy, easy. Gets in the semi truck, fucking drives it, turns it, like flips that bitch around, and starts heading at their truck. And she's like, Kyle, we gotta go. Kyle, move up. Kyle, come on, get up. You have to help me. Come on, move your ass. And finally, he kind of gets out, and she fucking last second, boom, right?
Wow.
So now they're running, and he falls, and he's like, just keep running. She's like, come on. He's like, just keep running. And he pulls out the last pipe bomb, and as she runs, right, and the truck's like turning around to like follow her, and he puts the pipe bomb in the truck.
Okay.
And she's running. He's gaining on her, and then the truck just explodes. Okay. She's looking at all the fire, and she starts walking towards the crash. And she sees Reese, right? And Reese is kind of walking towards her, and she's like, Sarah, Kyle, right? And they grab each other. She's like, we did it, Kyle. We did it. We killed him. We got that motherfucker. And then right then they look at the flames, and you see the famous machine. Like now it's not Arnold. It's just the fame. It's the you know what it looks like? The Terminator, like that thing, you know, and you see that. And it's and they're like, no. And it starts kind of like, it's limping a little bit, but it's coming right after them.
Yeah.
Right? So they take off into this building, and they lock the door, and Reese cuts all the machines on to like distract. It's like a factory, right? So all these machines cut on. And then he falls, and he's like, leave me here. He's so fucked up. And then right then you see the Terminator break into the room. Boom, like start busting the door down. And she's like, come on, I need you to move. On your feet, soldier, move. And she gets him up, and he's like, just bleeding out.
Yeah.
Terminator walks up on him, right? And then Reese, he grabs a pipe, right? Like a pipe. And she's like, go, just go, Sarah. And he starts hitting it. Pow, pow, run. And then this thing fucking bam, punches him and knocks Reese really far back. And then it comes up on Reese, and then Reese takes out another pipe bomb. He has one more. Lights it, shoves it into the Terminator.
Okay.
Like into like one of its like little sockets.
Yeah.
And then it fucking Sarah screaming, ah! Cut to her because she dove to get out of the way.
Yeah.
And there's like a huge piece of the metal from the Terminator stuck into her leg.
Oof.
So she has to pull that out. Ah! And so now she's crawling, and she crawls over, right? In so much pain to our boy Reese. He's dead.
Well, yeah, he just was next to a pipe bomb.
Yep.
Damn.
Reese is dead. And she's like, no. She's trying to kiss him. And then right then the Terminator, its top half raises up. It'll never stop.
Yeah.
I love that too. It's like, oh, it's a machine.
Yeah.
You can't, it doesn't, there's
It's
no
programmed
end.
to do this.
It's programmed to do, you have to unprogram it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you
You
can
have
do.
to completely dismember it.
Yeah. Like piece by piece.
Or like, you know, like they would take witches and they would kill them and like maybe like, or like they didn't do this with vampire lore. To kill a vampire, they had to like cut up their body and put it on all different parts.
Yeah. I was supposed to the world and shit, or like,
Yeah.
bury it in different places. Like they do that like with some supervillain, they like, or the Jeepers Creepers movie, they like buried his body.
But they have to dismember it in different places
yeah.
so that it can't like reassemble itself. And
Reassemble itself. That's what they should have did with the fucking Jumanji board at the end of that movie.
Oh yeah.
You know how they just throw it in the bottom of the ocean?
Mistake.
It's like, no, dude, take the pieces, go in this ocean.
Yeah.
The half the box goes in this ocean. The other half goes in that ocean. And
Yeah.
that's how, and they're all at the bottom. Like we're putting fucking concrete cinder blocks on them and sinking this to the actual bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, like this shouldn't be coming up in any time period like within the next 100 years. If anyone finds it, it should be like in a millennia from now.
Millions of years from now, when the world just is a different.
Yeah, it's a
there's
totally
no more
different
water
place. Yeah.
or whatever. You know, like some shit like that. 100%. So it's crawling after her now, and she's like, because she can't run. Her leg is fucked up.
Yeah.
So she's fucking crawling, and she crawls through this little vent. She's going through so much pain, and she finally gets to the other side. And when she gets to the other side, she fucking boom closes the vent. So now the machine's just sticking its arm out trying to grab her, and then she looks at it, like she notices what it is, and she goes, and she grabs this little button thing that's hanging down. You're terminated, motherfucker. And then the metal thing drops and flattens the fucking Terminator. And you see the red eye go red to like flat to black. All right?
Yeah.
And it's just the arm sticking out trying to grab her like that. That's the only thing that's left of it. Cops show up. She's in a gurney. She watches them put Reese in a body bag.
Oh. Oh, poor Reese.
You know, just like, and she's like crying, and then they put her in the thing, and she whispers, Kyle, and then they close the ambulance door. She drives away. Fade to black. Cut to another day. We see our lead, Linda, driving in a Jeep, and she's talking into a microphone. She's like, 7 a.m. November 10th. I'm making these tapes for you, John, and she's documenting her day.
Yeah.
All right, and everything that happened, and she's pregnant now.
What did I say?
John, should I tell you about your father? That's a tough one. Will it affect your decision to send him here? I mean, then you wouldn't even be meant to be. I don't know. I suppose I will tell you. I owe him that. Maybe it'll help. If you know in the few hours that me and Reese had together, we loved a lifetime worth, John.
Whoa.
So he heard, that's why he knows to send him.
Yeah.
That's some cool shit, bro.
And give him the picture.
Yup, that shit's fire.
Whoa.
So she stops at a gas station, right? And this Mexican guy comes out, and she's like, ese queso? You know, and he's like, oh,
yes,
fill
I'd
it up.
love some cheese.
Oh, no, he's asking for gas. Es queso.
Oh, okay.
Es queso, el pedo de leche? And then the guy's like, yeah, I'll fill it up. And then she's sitting there as the guy's filling up her car. And this little Mexican boy comes over, and he's like, picture? And then she's like, oh, okay. And he takes a picture of her, and she's like, $5. And she's like, that's a good little scam you got. And then she takes the picture, and it's the picture that she gives.
That they give to.
It's that picture.
Yeah. Oh.
All right. And then the Mexican guy fills up her tank, and he looks at her, and he's like, he looks out. It's like, it's a storm coming. She puts on her shades. I know. The Terminator.
Whoa. I'm so confused.
Was that 100% Rotten Tomatoes to you?
Yeah, I get why that was 100% Rotten Tomatoes. That was insane. I'm still so confused because I know there's more movies with Arnold Schwarzenegger in them, and he's gone. So is it always a different Terminator? They just use the same body? I don't know. They're like, we like this model. We like the Arnold model.
It looks good.
It looks good. He's got a big schlong.
Big schlong, nice butt cheeks, very tight, toit, like a toiga.
But yeah, I'm very curious because I feel like I always, when I would see like the ads or you like walk in and it's like on TBS and you click past, it seems like they were working together.
Well, that's why you thought that there was a child in that.
Yeah.
This is the OG one.
This is the OG
This is
one.
the first one. This sets up the world.
This sets up the world.
I thought it did. It's like, oh, this does a great job setting this world up too.
That was crazy.
How good is that movie?
So good.
The second one is obviously the best one. That's the one. The second one is T2 is it's also one of the biggest movies of all time. It's like all that. It's got all the accolades. It's got everything.
So
but this one is the shit.
Is the second one the kid in it? Is that John? And is that the?
No, I'm not telling you any of that good stuff. You haven't seen it. That's the whole point of the podcast. Do you know the?
Oh yeah, I get the point. Okay. All right. I just had to wait.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did like it. It was really good.
That's a fucking
That was
good
an amazing movie.
Man.
Yeah.
God, some directors just know how to fucking do it, dude.
They do. They're just good.
They're just fucking good. James Cameron, man. Dude, I'm so impressed when someone can write something like this.
Yeah, that's crazy that he wrote that.
Yeah. How the fuck did you get there, man?
And it's like the storyline is so insane, but it's still so simple.
Yes. And it's believable. It's like, I know it's like, oh, it's future shit and I'll do it, but it's like, I'm with this.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's dope that it's machines that take over the world. Like, it's not about humans. It's like some machine shit.
Yeah, it's not aliens.
You know, and it also in 1984, when computers and all these things were coming up around, like people didn't have computers, but you heard of them.
Yeah, so
you knew that they existed.
To go from like just we're first being introduced to computers to okay, now computers have taken over the world.
And you're already on that shit in 1984.
Wow. Well, I'm sure when they first started creating computers, people immediately were like, "This is
wait, what can it do?" And it's like, oh, it can compute things. Like, but in the beginning, it was like, oh, you put in numbers and it'll do the math for you. And it's like, oh, that's understandable. But when it's the idea now that like, oh, it can help you make decisions. And it's like, what do you mean it can help me make decisions?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, I mean, we're definitely headed to. I don't know if it's going to be Terminator-esque, but I think we are headed to a future. Whatever social media and video games did to our minds, it's like it's gonna be a fucking crazy future, bro.
Oh yeah, I think if there is a Terminator future, it's not necessarily people like Terminators, like cyborgs with people skins. I think it's real people, but their brains have been taken over by the computers, and so they just act for the computer.
Could be. I mean, we don't know what the long con is for these fucking computers. Also, they know they have the long game. It's like, well, we're not going to die. They're going to die.
It's true.
We don't die. We can keep going. All we need is like electricity.
Mm-hmm.
They still need something, which is interesting. They do need that.
They need electricity.
But we need blood. What's the difference?
Yeah, it's the same thing. And they do die in some ways. Like, it's not like every computer can last forever, but you can take the pieces of a computer and create something new, like a better.
Well, I meant the code within never dies.
Oh, the code within never dies. But then again, you could say the same about us. It's like, yeah, I die, but the code within me, as long as I pass it on to someone else, never dies.
100% facts. And
We're
also,
actually just computers.
We are. And if you're buried into the ground, you go back into the game, the coding system that is the earth.
Yep.
Because that is what that's what you're from. You are dirt. I mean, even if Bible or not, you are the dirt. You are water, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
from ashes to ashes.
Dust to
the
dust,
Bible.
nigga. That's the Bible. That's the Bible.
Bible.
That's the Bible right there, son. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad you fucking enjoyed it.
I love that. That was amazing.
This movie's fucking awesome. Bean Mafia. Sorry it came to you late. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you Thursday, you sexy fuckers.